here so you can pop our set as well.
Raw, the bot lane, they do commit it on the tide, but X-Nova will die anyway.
It's a 4-man rotation for a support kill. You will take what you can get. But again, you've left Chalice alone up top. You are buying space for SS. I guess that's the silver lining for Longinus, that they have given space for...
I agree with your sentiment. I think they probably should be forcing in that T1 right now, but Old Eleven's actually playing around with 3 of them, and they are running away. They don't know who's behind him. Ironically enough, the only person there is going to be X-Nova, but they're going to lose the Ember anyway. You just think to yourself, man, LGD must be right behind that Beastmaster. They weren't. Somnus is in the mid lane with the DD right now, diving a T1 tower. Boundless strike on SS, but he gets a refraction off. FY coming in just in case. But LGD just going to continue playing around with this Monkey King, just jumping through the tree line, trying to find another target. And he went for that 3 Wraith Bamboo. He does run into SS. Jumps into the tree again. FY now going to kind of almost bait them in, and well, they found DOTA. Nice easy kill with the scouting of that Hawk. It's a killing spree now for Somnus, and well, Chalice is going to join in. He wants to be in the party. SS, Fortune's End going to come out. They don't have... But where's the follow-up damage? It's not there.
Oh. Nah. It's a good attempt, but not quite enough. Ravage expended as well. Piao is still falling. So you've lost 4 heroes for that defense. Longinus aren't big, considering that the highest farm they have in Longinus side is the Tide. You know, you don't even have as much farm on the TA. Just sit back, farm up. You're nowhere near a Desolator Blink, and you're going to need that if you want to get some burst on to these heroes.
The thing is, where can they farm though? Like, you've got a Beastmaster Monkey King and a Nyx Assassin all on the same team. So you've got Hawks, you've got Monkeys jumping. Die. I just don't know where Longinus can hide now. Like, how do you find space to farm?
The safest spot would be that bot Raging Jungle. They did take the tier 1 there. So they could plant wards, just play in that area. They just can't get there, you know. LGD has spaced themselves out quite nicely.
While this is happening, Chalice has just been taking tier 1 towers by himself. Like, every time the side of PSG LGD is just fighting, he's just hitting a tier 1 tower. It's doing what every POS 1 does, just farm. Now top lane, Somnus going to be there with Old 11, and just look at Old... Mid lane, Fortune's End going to be there onto Piao, and Chalice going to be there on the Ursa. Fortune's End to purge off the stun. He's going to die on that Nature's Prophet. Now the Ember just kind of flying through. That'll be the end of that. And, I mean, you're not wrong in saying they need a farm. SS, he's getting close.
I'm not so sure what Longinus can do. Like, they're just getting bled out everywhere.
Yeah, top lane. The Tide, just farming. Oh, no. Ravage committed. With the glyph, they might fight Old 11 actually, and they do. But they will still lose the Tide. I guess it's not that bad of a trade, because it's not like you're actually going to use Ravage to initiate any team fight. Be there. They do try to fight back with the Meld Strike, and Somnus was dropping low, but now has the Jingu Mastery. That means SS is going to die, and Piao, maybe he gets out, maybe FY denies that from him, puts the GG branch down as well. Now with Somnus with the GG branch, how rude of him.
Can't blame him. That's them getting punished as well. The map is basically gone for right now, as it is. They are still putting up a fight though. They are still trying, it's just... It's starting to grow really limited. Like, you look at Chalice, he switched out from the Basher into...
Nothing wrong with that.
For the Treants. He was having issues with the Treants. He was spamming out Earthshock. So this lets him farm the Treants without having to use Earthshock.
Thank you for that analysis, John. Pierre gonna get caught out on the Nature's Prophet now. And old Levin, thinking about who to rule, actually gets caught out with the magic missile, but False Promise is gonna be there, though. Nice swap from Dota. Ex-Nova. Actually complimenting the other team in some sense, just trying to pump them up. It's 23-5 though, with the 7k net worth lead on the side of LGD. Doesn't look...
He wouldn't have. So, you know, Chalice, like, you get to clear treants and camps.
On
but
the
that
bright
ember will
side,
slip away.
on another note though, how often is it that you see an Ursa farm Treads, Vanguard, Wand, Orb of Venom, and Battle Fury before 15 minutes?
You don't. You never see that. And
team fight, so now he's going to just try and run with that in range. They are going onto the Venge on the high ground, or rather X-Nova is, but they need help. There's that. No such thing as kill stills anymore.
oh boy, like, it was big, right? They did find Chalice. That was a massive kill going away from Moriarty. The thing is,
gets a courier on the way, and Somnus is there. It's
there you go.
GFG,
Yeah.
okay. GG.
17 minutes.
Alright.
17.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna wait for the post-game analysis, but 17 minutes. You know?
This with the comedy. We'll go into the game fuel post-match analysis, so one moment, please. And there we have it, John. Okay, you asked me specifically to wait till we got to this post-match analysis, so what happened?
Longinus went with no scaling cores here beyond SS. They weren't finding early farm. They couldn't protect their TA. The map was completely shut down. LGD had vision so far deep in by 6 minutes. They had deep jungle wards at 6 minutes in. There was just no space from that time on, and Longinus just could not get anything. I think there is a bit of a draft factor here. Like, they fell back to the tide, and it's just not working. It really isn't working. They were also giving Piao some strange, dubious pos ones to play. They play the way that brought them to this point outside the close qualifiers.
And with that, John, thank you for that analysis, by the way. We have to have the MVP discussion as well, sir. So give me one moment while we just run a quick trailer, and we'll come back and discuss who you thought was the MVP and who I thought was as well. One moment. Raw, the bot lane,
It's a 4-man rotation for a support kill. You will take what you can get. It's a bit tricky. I want to say FY, but Somnus did do a lot, like especially in game 2, he was just super active on, so I think I would edge towards Somnus. Like, even in the Medusa game, he was active.
Down bottom, they are fighting here. I'm gonna bet he's gonna pop out full HP here, as Lich will get ran down into the... That's
Necrophos takes no hostages, man. That's just so...
no prisoners. I don't think RNG takes no prisoners here, as the Boundless Strike completing a second kill here.
It was more fun when...
No, but you couldn't buy back. It was...
the...
for you, so you...
for all the twine talents now that he's got. The AoE is better than the damage.
360 health, though. It's not bad. That's an extra 1.8 health regeneration on top. And because he's a strength hero, an extra 18 damage for you to cleave off of. There's a lot of benefits.
It's a lot.
You know what I mean? If you're not going to go for the eggs, I see no reason for you to go for it, especially in its nerfed state.
Monkey King actually has a Desto himself. Yeah, they have Desto and Assault Gear, so the moment they go high ground, it's a ton of building damage they can do.
Alright, here we go. Aster gonna try and take a fight outside of the base, but that's not gonna be the target to go on. They recognize that. They're gonna go for the Oracle instead. Is he gonna be able to get off the ulti on himself? He will. The Boundless Strike now onto 2 as they're gonna be jumping in though. BKB will be Schwann. A very nice Earth Splitter, however, might be able to turn this fight. The Lich ulti bouncing around, not very much, but Oracle still popping out on full HP. We've used BKBs all around as Schwann trying to be able to escape here. Luckily, he finds a moment to breathe and a regeneration rune. It's like a mirage. A mirage, a visage, is it? What's the word in the desert?
Mirage. Yeah.
Mirage,
Yeah,
yeah.
thank you.
It's not like a visage. Oh,
Visage
no.
is the hero.
Visage is the hero who I
What
like
the
playing.
hell?
Very nice X marks there, trying to lock him down. Up to the high ground he goes, but they've got a ward and they know exactly where he is. Whew, dead for 75.
That's a rough one. That's a rough one. I mean, it actually looked kind of decent because, I mean,
agree.
no one died. And although I love that the Oracle came back with full HP, he's like, wait, what? You guys threw everything you had at me.
Pretty much. I mean, that's just so brutal. The Ages will now be reclaimed at the very least. But it's just so brutal. I mean, what do you do?
And, I mean, Aster, I liked what Ember Spirit was doing earlier, trying to split push, but can we actually go back to net worth? Because, you know, the buyback stat is pretty, I mean, look at that. That, I mean, tells you a lot there that your Centaur has been a non-factor both games.
Or BKB though, for SCCC, that's going to leave him without buyback here. Crucially, without buyback is the Ember Spirit, but he's going to do a good job here with the bubbles onto the backlines. They're trying to be able to blow up Super here once again. Lich, Sinister Gaze, keeping the team asleep. SCCC has awoken them here with the Maelstrom procs, as the BKB now by set 2. Bao, actually, now Boundless Strike still going to catch him there in the Wukong Slam, but SCCC continuing to fight now, as he's gotten good damage in, but the sustain is going to be a little bit too high coming through. Fate's Edict will be blocking all of the lightning procs, and they're just as healthy as ever, ready to go high ground. You can actually apparently proc Wukong's command there on the Tempest double. I mean, they can try and delay this push as much as possible. They have the tools to do so, Elder Titan, but nope, they're going to absolutely blow up the Lich for even thinking about applying a Frost Shield. I have now respawned here on Schwann, but you know, this is like the end of Rocky 2, where the Russian guy is beating him up.
Isn't that Rocky 4?
He gets beat up in all of them, honestly.
That's true,
but it's like the end of insert Rocky movie here. They're going to be able to try and give it their all. There's going to be the ulti coming through. Good, decent damage as they will commit the Lich Chain Frost now. Boundless Strike, however, will be slowing down the support. Strong BKB, but SCCC does not have a BKB yet. Good ulti, actually, getting a lot of damage. Setsu forced it back off a bit. There's the Stampede, the Fear, but the Oracle gonna be placing the ulti there on the fly when he's got him. Oracle at least will die for that one. Good damage here on the fly, but unbelievable. He still pops out. He's still got a health. Do they have a stun for him? He leaves. He just TPs.
You know, I saw that thing red for like the whole time. I'm thinking he is dead. You know, SCC is like hitting him, and then oh no, I have full HP. What are you guys doing?
It wasn't even close, guys. He didn't even use his Guardian Greaves.
Oh god. But I mean, and they got the Oracle.
They got the Oracle. They took just about everything they had. The buyback. Every single ulti was committed there.
This Daedalus build by Conquer reminds me of the old days when they would go like triple Daedalus. They show up in the lane, hit a creep, and like 3 heroes die. That was tons of fun. Man, a decent ultimate by the Lich actually.
Yeah, they do a good job of clearing the wave. Setsu takes a ton of damage here.
Look at
Just look at this. Hold on. No Greaves. Maybe he gets what, like 10 wand charges off? Oh, you know what it was? No, Essence Ring doesn't count as a heal though, does it?
I'm not sure. He only used it at the very
They used it at the end, so he still had 400 HP to play with. Ooh,
I don't know. That is just insane.
that's tough. Moment of brilliance though.
Repair kit is now
the Ostfrog hero. Moment of brilliance.
My greatest creation.
Moment of brilliance. He pressed W. That was like, remember the time when Necro Mid was just the thing, just the bane of everyone's existence, and you try and gank him at 10 minutes in, and he would come out of that with a triple kill?
I was thinking about what you said with when you were saying about the WoW moment when Puck pressed W as well. The dodge spells. Wow!
Wow! Taking the damage, he pressed the button. Wow! Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, dude, at one point it used to be that you get heart and gives you 2 HP regen, never stopped. And you pick Necro, you just give a heart, you're like, go, just go. We don't really care what you do.
Repair kit gives what? It gives like 13, 20?
20 HP. You're confusing it with the regen charm, which gives you 13 cooldown reduction, but...
Oh, hey, I always forgot about that. Neutral Atom's actually making Arc Warden a lot better. 20 HP regen, thank you. Oh, yeah, because he does double those, so
I guess. I mean, but it depends on what you're doubling half the time, right?
I think he had the enchanted quiver, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a solid item.
Yeah.
That's a solid item.
Yeah.
No, he's got the groove bow.
Groove bow.
That's
My mistake.
that's less impressive because the magic resistance debuff doesn't stack, but you get the 100 attack range for both of them. Like, I mean, okay, great. When the Monkey King's right in front of your face, extra attack range doesn't feel like as impactful, I guess.
Sure, but it does help him stay a bit further away. I completely understand what you're saying, but ideally, you know,
Makes the enemy commit more to get close.
Exactly. Yep. There's gonna be the smoke trying to take a fight here. Do they have detection for sets
Oh,
through the
that's
BKB?
good. That's good. Force the BKB.
Force the BKB. I agree. I think you're happy with that.
And look, SDC is actually third in net worth.
Oh yeah. I mean, you farmed really quickly there on that hero.
I mean, you just need like a couple minutes alone. The thing is, RNG has done a great job applying pressure the whole game, but if they can win a fight on Aster, which is a big, a big
It's
ask,
a tall order.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a tall order. But they're starting off with the right things here, trying to reduce these BKB timings, trying to farm their neutrals here. We got another round of neutrals spawning in 4 minutes, but we've bought out here on a few items for Aster multiple times. I mean, the BKB on SCCC, for example, he bought out for. They held high ground, right? The Ember Spear bought out for an item as well. He's now had his own BKB. It's not been put to fantastic use. Going back now for that Desolator.
The thing is, look at his item. He's got BKB and Vessel. And on the other side, you got Kunkka, who's got Assault, Cuirass, Shadow Blade, BKB, Daedalus. He's like, look at how far ahead. He's almost double the net worth of the Ember Spirit, and that just feels horrible if you're at this stage.
Arcane Rune, DD Rune, so the double rune active, nothing to purge that either, as I hear Roche slapping something.
Oh, it's, Necronomicon.
Necro Archer 1 being sacrificed in the pit.
They're pinging into here.
RNG up 18k.
Oh,
Successful
XX.
break the smoke, and I think they're going to be able to catch him here. The blink, maybe not at the ready.
Oh.
Actually, they're going to keep him alive. The Necro ulti committed, but the Boundless Shark will put him down.
It just buys back.
Yeah, it is going to be bouncing around here. The BKB committed for that one as well. There is an Aghanim Scepter here up on Monet, so that is of some concern. So they don't mind fighting here. Nice job.
No, I don't believe they used the BKB from RNG side to get that kill.
They did.
Oh, they did? Awesome.
It's set to BKB.
Thank you.
Yep, on cooldown now.
That buyback by the Centaur... See, when you use buyback like that, you are saying, I want to fight. But if RNG doesn't want to fight, then you kind of waste the buyback. Which is the smart thing for RNG to do. Like, yeah, we don't have to fight.
Trying to make it less and less efficient. Not starting up the Roche yet. Blink Dagger on our Tusk. He's going to be going for the Medallion. We'll see if he...
he makes it.
Yeah, if he makes it. Oh, actually, he's like, I'm ready, guys. Come fight me.
Centaurs. I like the dance. Okay, let's just got a gem. Alright, Baboka. I mean, I'd give it to someone else. You know, it's the red chili. Have you played that? Apparently, there's one of the battle pass things. You can throw red chili at someone, they throw it back to you.
No, unfortunately, I haven't gotten the chance yet to experience a red chili. We played that in my house, though, when I was growing up. It's a chile.
Hot potato?
The chile de árbol is very spicy pepper, which it's actually modeled after in game. Oh, there's the jump though. Force staff now nice from Flyaway. He's going to get the ulti off. Very nice stop. Will stop September in his tracks. They're surrounded here by 5. The Earth Splitter does a good amount of damage. The Lich ulti will get the boat though. Look at the damage onto ET. The Stampede now coming out in time. They're going to try and Manta with this, but Setsu, he's got way too much damage. SCCC has fallen dead for 70. There's going to be the Boundless Strike to put down the Centaur. 2 heroes, 3 heroes falling there for Aster. They fight in a choke. Like a choke point. Yeah, it looked like that might have been good for them, but I mean, so poorly, very quickly.
I mean, it was good until the boat came, and then it was like, oh, our choke point. Wait, we're also in the choke point as well. It's like, look at this. They actually got like the 2-man Earth Splitter looked pretty good. Everything he managed to use himself here. Then the boat comes and just hits everyone.
It's actually a 3-man. Yeah, that button did so much damage. I actually, and the Tidebringer hit crit. Well, you know, as much as I hate to say it, the Arc Warden has very little synergy with the ET. Because he had a really good sleep there, but your procs are insane. Right? So you're going to wake up the September immediately after, or anyone else who's there.
I mean, it just... I don't know, it feels like it's been a slow death for Aster for like this entire game, you know?
10 to 24, 20, was that 7? That is a 7, 27k net worth lead. A nice stop here, we'll slow them down. Maybe give them one last team fight here for the boys, but Team Aster looking like they're about to drop the big series 0 to 4, trying to keep the last barracks alive, as they might be able to do so here, trying to force them back in here. Good damage though. Lightning procs getting very low HP here on Monet, but they will finish off for the last pair of barracks. Maybe they actually. Oh, they got some bottom, but there's. Oh my goodness. Goodbye. Centaur getting absolutely deleted. The first life on Monet. Not even going to get burned. There's going to be the ulti in time. The Lich ulti getting dropped. They have gotten Kunkka through his BKB as well. Good damage here on the fly win as September back onto the high ground. Monet will be triggering the ulti here. BKB on his first life coming out of the ulti. He will be healthy enough to kill Lich. That's no problem. Gem now on the deck coming out of the ulti here. Fighting SCCC finds the bash onto him. And Aster are melting in their base. The GG will be called. RNG claiming the 2-0 victory in this series.
That's a bit of an unfortunate end, honestly. Feels like game one Aster had a bit more spirit in them, and then this game comes around. The draft is, it's a tough draft to have Ember Spirit against the Kunkka. Kunkka just was able to get great rotations, and I mean we saw Centaur in both games have kind of minimal impact in my opinion. So Mars, I believe Mars was banned in both games against him, and so was Pango.
Indeed, here as we get on the way and do some analysis with our Game Fuel post-match. But yeah, it was a pretty solid game from Aster. Again, in both games we saw very similar patterns where it was just, I don't want to say dominance, but a strong opening from Team Aster, right? Where they even win in a few lanes, but again, top lane just goes relatively unscathed. Monet, he's able to just conjure up the farm. I mean, it's not too hard when there's very little pressure onto you, right? They try and do the right things, they try and force fights in certain areas, but it seems like RNG just play around them perfectly there.
Yeah, I mean, bottom lane was kind of like, they were able to get I think they were able to get double kill early on for Aster, and then you're like, oh, alright, Aster's getting the bottom lane, but then it just calms down to nothing. You feel like that suits RNG more, then after a while RNG they just won. And every time Aster does the same thing where they jump on the tankiest hero, they're like, oh, we're gonna kill Kunkka or Necro Box.
Just the tanky heroes, they just kept getting aggroed. It's like that's why the supports always yell, don't go for the bristleback. I remember Arthur was telling a story yesterday. He says the best thing you could do against a Timber is just ignore him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any damage. He's just tanky and he just exists to draw aggro, right? You're not a dungeon creep in WoW. You don't have to attack him. It's not Axe. You're not taunted. Go for the important heroes. Good positioning though by RNG to be able to put the tanky heroes out in front, to draw the aggro, to even draft like the style in the first place. I think they drafted this style on purpose. I don't think this is really RNG's style we're used to seeing. It seemed a little bit more not really even that passive, but just like the tanky heroes that they like to
have someone in front.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked for them both games, and I just feel bad for Aster, but RNG, they played very well. I liked how well Oracle was able to position himself. How many good saves he got with his ultimate.
Yep, even ulting himself once, which I thought was going to be a waste, but immediately Monet and the rest of the
boys,
crew, they arrive and clean up shop. It was really impressive here. Any other closing thoughts on this match?
I just think the Centaur didn't really work out for Aster. RNG, they had pretty different heroes in both games, and they came out showing their dumb, showing that why they won it last year, and why they are probably going to be qualifying for this year as well.
Indeed, it's going to be the 2-0 in favor of RNG here, but that's going to be only our first match of the day, guys. Do stick around. Coming up next, we have eHome versus SAG on this channel. So you can strike and Otomo here on the call, bringing you the action for the ESL 1 Birmingham Online League. We'll see you soon.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is still unclear.
Everybody loves an underdog. Who needs to be liked?
Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
I fell apart when I saw you look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It was a moment of darkness, a moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. I fell apart when I saw you look at me that way. It broke my heart to see. It's too hard, it don't come easy. I went dark, I lost it right away. And when it starts, God knows what I'll say. In my head, I had good reason. I went red so unexpectedly. I should have said that sometimes happens to me. It was a moment of darkness, a moment in time that I regret for being so heartless. It was a moment of darkness. Darkness.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixers cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the light, holding on to light, feeling the light, chasing the light, chasing the light. Holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get a few. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing love, holding on for life, feeling high, chasing life, chasing life. Chasing the night, chasing the night. Sometimes I like the way you try, even though you know you will fail. Sometimes I give you hope before I take it all away from you. Just go. I'll never let you whatever shots. I feel you caving in. Just go. I'll never let you whatever shots. I feel you caving in. I never get tired taking down your empire. I feel alive in the middle of the fight. I hear your steps and every move you make. I'm always one step ahead. I smell your fear. Your tired sighs are music to my ears. Just go. I'll never let you whatever shots. I feel you caving in. Just go. I'll never let you whatever shots. I feel you caving in. I never get tired taking down your empire.
ESL 1 is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, GG Bat, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and DHL.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our coverage here of the ESL 1 Birmingham 2020 Online League, powered by Intel. Our next match coming up now will be eHome versus Sparking Arrow Gaming. Seeking Strike here, myself and Odimo, still joined
Team, which is eHome. Looking at the heroes, and it feels like
Sure.
the hero. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to go-to for him. The Naga, the TB is a very wide hero pool, like you're saying on Solar. Nothing to say with the Kunkka, that Tinker, which we haven't seen in some time, but he loves all the spirits. All the spirits, you know, they're just in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I mean, super mobile heroes. A lot of their counters aren't really there. I mean, we haven't been seeing a lot of puck recently. I miss
That's really surprising as too, actually. Sometimes it'll still get banned against like a Centaur or some or more of these mobile heroes, but it tends not to be the case.
And so it just seems like a lot of the seeing a lot of the repeat heroes, sort of, so to speak. So do you think that also we're kind of getting the patches have been sort of not streamlined, but they made the heroes so that these heroes are good because they're good team fight. Good team fight, you could sort of shove off.
Yeah.
Nobody really cares about you anymore. Are you an offlaner? Do you have a flashy ultimate? No. Then the exit's over there.
I used to think like that. I used to always be like, not to put on like my tinfoil hat, rather, and be like, oh, Ice Frog always patches team fight prior to the international because it's more fun to watch. No one wants to watch like a Luna TB farm fest, and have one fight and the game be over. How are we gonna get 30 million, for the prize pool on that?
Fastest prize pool so far, right? And the Mal.
Thus far. But no, I don't think that's true because I feel like yes, team fight strong. The Shaker always going to be prevalent anytime August rolls around. As summer, he's a bear, right? So he comes out of hibernation every single time.
Shaker's a bear?
He's like a.
He's not really a bear. He's more of a cow.
He's not a cow.
He is. He's based on the Tauren
No.
from. He's a cow.
What?
He's based on the Tauren from Warcraft 3. I mean, from the game that Blizzard made, which Valve did not copy. But yeah, the Tauren were based on cows. I mean, they say moo. So yeah, he's more cowish than bearish.
Either way, he comes out of hibernation.
He's a cow.
Around summertime.
Cows don't hibernate.
Gets a staple gun from ET.
Uh-huh.
And comes into team fight. No, but I feel like we're seeing a lot of the save heroes. I mean,
Oracle, SD, last two games.
SD. I mean, yeah, team fight, sure, kind of, but more heavily single target abilities. Some smaller AOE damage with the nukes, much more prevalent there. So I do understand where that's coming from. I think maybe not it's not full out team fight. I think it's just
the nature of the game.
The nature of the game, just trying to. I mean, Dota is a 5v5 game inherently. That's not going to change, right? Could you imagine if it's like 7.27, 6v6? Everyone would be like, oh, Ice Frog, revolutionary.
Adding an extra player.
Adding an extra player to the MOBA.
You think that'd be cool?
No.
I like that. An extra
Where would he go?
lane.
Where would he go?
Like 4 lanes.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, but it'll be fun.
Maybe just a full-time jungler?
I mean, hey, then we can call it like League of Ancients. No, I have a better name for it. League of Legends.
There we go.
There
Perfect.
you go.
As we're going to get prepared to draft here between SAG. Of course, EHOM coming in pretty hot to this match. They're going to be the winners overall of that CPL CDA combined league. They take the cake there, the whole chalupa. Whereas SAG, they've been one of these up-and-coming teams, They placed very well. Actually, they won the Chinese Development League Season 1. They did not too hot in the Professional League Season 2. And then they won the Development League once again Season 3. So in the Combined League, we were kind of looking forward to how they'd be showing, but unfortunately, they do not win a single series there. Their only win was the forfeit wins because of newbie.
They also played yesterday, right? Weren't they 2-1 versus
They did.
IG?
2-1 versus IG. I think had that been in the grand finals, there would have been a lot of speculation on, what if the momentum wasn't broken? I was telling you, as I was telling Arthur yesterday, about how, it was like the one Super Bowl game when the lights went out and completely reset the momentum. A lot of people will say about that. I kind of tend to agree with that, especially in Dota, having more intimate knowledge of American football, at least, that, I would say it is momentum-based, when you're trying to farm, get in the zone, and fighting around big team fight ults like they had a PL versus a Void Spear, or a Faceless Void rather, in that game. These big things, it throws off your natural timing. Does he have Chrono? I don't know. It was about 2 minutes ago. That's a bit harder when you're crashing every 20, 30 seconds. Not to discount the win either from SAG.
Yeah.
I think they played very well, and they deserved that game at the end of the day. But, I think had that been in the finals or even the playoff game, there would have been much more controversy about that.
It's always like that. Like when you mentioned that sort of pause, but you pause, maybe you had a plan before the pause. You were gonna dive in, you're gonna get that kill. The pause comes. For the first couple minutes, you're like, we're sticking to plan. 4 minutes later, suddenly the plan doesn't seem good anymore. For no real reason, just because you've discussed it so much, you brought up every possibility. Possibilities that are super unlikely, and you're like, this is a chance that could happen. Then you back off. What could have been a kill goes the other way, and suddenly it's like the whole game shifts because one or two kills, and Dota's just extremely snowballing.
Absolutely, especially because a lot of the pauses when they're happening basically randomly. The issue was apparently anytime that this is like the most Dota bug ever. You know, I don't know how the janitor let this one slip through, but anytime there's a timber saw in the game and he tried to use a voice line, the game would crash, which is just how.
I mean, I think the best bug though was the one where Chen could control Roshan. That was the best one. You just go get Roche.
I think the best bug right now is probably Nyx Assassin. He's pretty strong. He provides a good hero pool.
My God. Thankfully, though, we don't have to discuss about Nyx Assassin being a bug anymore because the draft is ready.
Indeed it is here as we get underway. Home, fresh off their win yesterday. Let me pull up these standings here. They actually lost yesterday versus CDEC. So they're looking for their first win.
Is it CDEC or CDEC?
Yes.
See? I'm glad the camera's off so we don't have to see the choking we're about to engage in.
The Ursa Warrior to be the first ban for SAG.
Yeah, eHome actually has that. They also have the Clinks, which is one of their heroes that they pick as well. What else do they have? Ursa, Lycan, Morphling, Troll, DK, Vengeful. Sorry, not Vengeful, it's actually Void Spirit. Kunkka, Death Prophet, Beastmaster.
I see you have VS written there.
VS. I'm gonna switch that to whatever suits my needs. It's a Void Spirit, Vengeful Spirit.
I had the VS the entire time.
It said VS. So yeah, Pango coming out now. So what else? Grim is another hero. I think Ember Spirit is eHome's like most played hero. Him and Grim, they're like that. That's a huge combo they play a lot of.
Yeah,
so
Y enjoys his Oracle and Lich specifically. He likes to play those regardless or not if they're in meta. So when they're in meta, I think you gotta watch out for that.
I think that Lich is one of the... there you go, Beastmaster. I haven't seen Beastmaster at all today.
Nope.
And it just goes to show how balanced he is that every single team is banning it, you know?
Exactly. AA running a ban here. SAG.
You might want something like an Alchemist or a Necrophos at some point.
No, maybe just even a DK I think is annoying
That's
enough.
true,
You know what I mean? Yes, maybe it does, open a door, it checks a box in the Alchemist draft, but I don't think that's necessarily indicative.
True.
Maybe of Morph I think would be more likely
Morphling, exactly.
than an Alch at this point.
Very good points.
But yes, it does open the door. It does, that's a path you can now take.
Yeah, anyhow, actually, one of the heroes I wrote is that they do have a big morph player, but and you're right, the A just says like, nope, you can't take morph.
Even nothing to say, the Kunkka pick. One day it's 32. One day
ordering Dominoes when it's a monsoon. It's like,
no, I haven't had the Dominoes here.
It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I can't compare it to much others.
But I feel like it's nostalgia, with the American Dominoes. I tell you, man, I had that so much in college. It was cheap. Yeah. It was cheap, and it
was that like $5? No, was that Subway?
$5. Well, that was the foot long, but that hasn't been a thing for some time. I've never had pine.
Find the Aloha chicken with. Whether people are looking at us like
he's going to be quite a strong player. God King there, that the top list.
Humble as well.
Humble.
Yeah.
It's a name that's an anime character.
And there you go, Oracle. You were mentioning it.
There's a faith beyond. So that's something to take into consideration. That's a hero.
The only thing you've seen.
Well, yeah, it's the only thing we've seen. We don't want to pick something that's mood against it. If they open up with a Viper, you wouldn't go, okay, Spectre, Bristleback. That's like, what are you doing?
So, yeah, well, eHome, I mean, do they want to go, again, Pango, no Beastmaster, Centaur is still in the pool, but again, he's not really good against the Ember Spirits because it's not really easy to lock him down with a Centaur.
So, we were talking quite a bit here before. Oh, Void Spirit.
Void Spirit,
I think that might be the first, no, we've seen one Void Spirit, I think, yesterday, but
today.
Surprisingly, today?
Yeah, today's the first one.
Okay. Surprisingly uncontested, though.
Oh yeah, it's like no one seems to care about him anymore.
The Venom, by the way,
by your logic,
yes,
the Ember Spirit has no beard, so how can he be older than Storm?
Oh, you're right, it doesn't have a beard.
That guy is more clean-shaven than my baby nephew.
Well, interesting. How many times a day does your baby nephew shave?
It doesn't matter, he's a baby. I was saying that he's a
shaving baby. He's boss baby over here. He's got a shave, he's got a 5 o'clock shadow. He's like, Mom, get me my milk.
Storm Spirit can't, Storm Spirit might be hyperactive. Anyway, Void Spirit, so you have the probable Miss Nature's Prophet coming out.
Oh, that's a beard.
That is a beard. That's a manly beard right there.
Okay. That's pretty good. The Oracle not having the best wave clear.
Yeah, it's hard, and you can't really do anything for Oracle. Most of the creeps his streams come at you. You hit once by the Blightstone. You're like, alright, this is my life now. It's hugging the tower. So probably want something else against, and I do imagine it's going to be Nature's Prophet position 3. Ember Spirit, I don't know.
I don't know, actually. I don't know if it's position 3. Knowing from my research and looking at the hero pool of OP God, I don't think it is. It doesn't really strike me as his playstyle. I mean, he does play a lot of the Veno. Maybe the Veno Furion, kind of similar. You harass a lot in lane with your auto
You summon a
attacks.
thingy.
You summon something, you know.
Snake a tree.
Maybe. We'll see.
Going back to the eHome, though, they have Void Spirit versus Ember Spirit. Feels like Void Spirit more lockdown, Ember Spirit more damage, you could say. But both elusive, tough heroes to bring down. And Nature's Prophet, he does get Orchid very fast, which is one of the things that makes him not bad as a position 3.
I guess that's gonna force out a Yule Scepter for the Void Spirit.
Which is not great because he always wants to make Yule Scepter anyway, you know.
Yeah, that's what
So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like
at first I was well, what do you mean it's not great? He wants that, and then you said, oh, okay, never mind.
So it's like not great for the Nature's Prophet.
Yes,
Because like
yes.
the hero that you want to counter will always get the item that he wants anyway.
Yeah, but it forces a different playstyle there. There's something to be said there.
There you go, or Shaker for eHome.
Shaker, yep.
So I was in the clockwork, but hey, there you go, summons. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much echo damage.
But one thing about the Earthshaker is that while his team fight contribution can be amazing, his laning stage is a little bit more of, go and pull a couple of creep waves behind the tower, just, buy some boots and be annoying.
That's a good point, actually. I feel like gone are the days of Earthshaker constantly rotating into the mid lane. He still starts off with the boots just to
Boots tangos.
Boots tangos just to make sure you
Auto.
get aggressive. Auto.
Great with Ember Spirit. You can the steering change cools down is like 5 seconds. You can slide twice. Flame Guard is not really effective.
That's this is interesting actually because the Coddle not really contested yesterday. This might be the first Coddle pick I've seen here in our 3 series. EU, NA, this is a very hot combo, right? No pun intended with the Ember Spirit there, but like you said, Searing Chains, sometimes you even see the Coddle paired up with the Gyrocopter or the Bristleback, more popular.
DK, I've seen them with
or the DK even.
the 9-second stun.
Yeah, DK banned though.
Yeah, well. But and he's also pretty good against the 3 heroes because none of these 3 heroes really wants to hit. None of them is known for sitting around and right clicking. Earthshaker, you want to go and do your combo. Void Spirit, you throw a few hits here and there, but that's not exactly where most of your damage comes from. An Oracle, he never wants to be anywhere near that. Istis Fatus, is that what it's called? Ignis
Bad. Ignis Vitae, something like that.
So there's the Dazzle. That's the likely going to be position 3, possibly position 4 for the Earthshaker, but I don't think that's how they play it.
I think it's going to be... Fate Beyond plays a lot of Beastmaster. I think Dazzle, not too similar, right? Obviously, you're not going to be as frontlining or initiating on the Dazzle, but you're still going to be building,
a lot of the same items.
Yeah, a lot of the same items here.
And plus you have Earthshaker and Void Spirit at least. They do need someone from eHome's side that is very frontline. Because, again, Earthshaker, Void Spirit, they do want to go in. Void Spirit, he wants to go in and go out. Earthshaker wants to go in, but he wants to go in once the fight has, a few seconds underway. People are starting to sort of coagulate.
Coagulate, that's a good word.
Thank you.
That's a good word, I like that.
Yeah, I have it on my, my calendar. The word of the day.
Coagulate.
Gotta sneak it in.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I like it. Yeah, we could use a tanky hero though. I agree. I'm looking through what Sliler's been picking recently. Let's see, just making sure none of these heroes are banned. I don't know about the Lycan. It is someone that just runs at them though. You could possibly pair that with the Necro timings.
Can you force it to take Mars though, and then go TA? Oh, all right, there you go. That's the mid. Ember Spirit carry. I mean, with my friends, we have some high immortals here and there. Sometimes I hear about how Ember Spirit can be played as a 4, and it does work. I've seen people play it. It seems like it's one of those things that it's like, it's a little risky.
I agree. We're still not too sure on where this Furion's going, but it could potentially, of course, be the Ember Spirit in the Slave Lane comboing with the Chakra Magic to get the reduced cooldown.
Eho might go for Lycan. Oh, there you go. See that? The Mars
Lycan ban.
followed by the Lycan.
Well, they have to ban the Lycan.
Yeah, it might be Ember 4.
Yeah. Might be Ember 4.
Or Ember 1 and Nature's Prophet 4.
Yeah,
possibly as well.
That's what I'm thinking here. I think you throw Coddle on the 5. Those leave you without a very reliable stun, but reduced cooldowns on the Void, reduced cooldowns on. Oh, it's kind of weird though. Coddle with the Night Stalker seems like canonically that wouldn't be a very.
Yeah, right. It's like the day and night, but they actually work or fine.
Yeah.
You can actually throw 2 Voids. It's no big deal. But eHome, they do need a carry. They need a carry. They need a pretty solid carry, like some sort of frontline carry. I don't want to say Juggernaut, but I mean we've seen is Ursa. Ursa is banned. I was gonna say Ursa.
What about TB?
TB. I mean he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. I guess if he's range form, he can take out the fattest Ignis.
Yeah,
Right? That's
yeah.
cool.
I like how we're slowly making our way towards Monty Python. You know.
Oh, you know, I've never seen that movie. I've heard so much about it. I've never seen it.
It's real good. There's it's just one Life of Brian. where
Is
they
that
could
the one
go.
with the biggest?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes.
Thank you. Anyway, last pick. More Troll Warlords are maybe the options that Ian
Troll
might...
Band.
Troll Band. Yup. It's with the Sparking Arrows gaming side. Like if a fight begins, they're gonna bring someone down. You know, it's like it's gonna be hard for you to live through the TA jumping in, the Night Stalker jumping in. The call, like someone's gonna die early in the fight. So I guess that Eom goes with with Salar's Wraith King, puts SAG not exactly on a timer, but they do have to force things to happen so he doesn't just get that fast radiance that makes everyone's life difficult.
Yeah, I think Jin Q is gonna have a lot of pressure on. I mean, he's the biggest source of wave clear here. Dazzle, sure, sometimes with the poison touch, but if there's a bunch of treants there, not gonna do very much. Wraith King can summon the boys to try and have a battle. You know, it'll be like a Yu-Gi-Oh duel or something. They're gonna be playing Underlords. Actually, he's gonna summon all the skeletons versus the treants. But yeah, I agree with you. They're not really on a timer. The TA though has that plateau, and we'll see.
She gets the 3 items: the BKB, Blink, and Deso. Then she's like, yeah, I'm done. You know.
Indeed.
That's all I got.
eHome will be the favorites, however, going into this match, as we can see the odds in their favor. I do like this SAG draft, though. I think it works very nicely together.
I like this. Very different from what we saw before. So it's something new. You know, it's. I mean, Nature's Prophet. That's new. You know, we haven't been seeing that a lot. Coddle. I mean, we know that he's popular in the EU scene, but seeing him here, that's also cool.
We're probably going to see, I mentioned a Deso Rush as well on the Ember Spirit, so I think it's going to be not really a race, because I don't believe you can really ever beat a TA in a race to that Deso Blink, but at least you might be able to challenge her early on. As we get underway with game number 1 of our series here, eHome versus SAG. There we go. As there's plenty of donkeys.
I like how everyone throws out all their voice lines. That's
They really-
a short Seb. That's not impressive.
That is not impressive. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is the real name, of course, but it's
But the ball itself called.
yeah. He's got a name. I knew him back in college.
I think it's Ignis Fatus.
It's Ignis Fatae, I'm pretty sure. It's okay. We'll see it later.
The same thing.
So that's a long.
That's a good
That's
one.
a long.
That's
sub.
You know.
Yeah.
And this is a weird way.
How long is your sub?
I told you we don't talk about this on camera.
Oh, okay. He's only got a level 101, by the way.
Oh, that's Seb. Oh yeah, that was 101.
I got 101. I think I'm 198. So I don't know. I got tired of buying levels and opening things last night after I got home. It was such a long game. SAG, they put on a good show though versus IG. We'll see if they can do so again here. They take a game off of IG.
Maybe they can do the same thing.
Maybe they can do the same. Maybe even take the series here. I like their odds. I really do like the draft here.
I do too, actually. Maybe the one thing that they do like though is a frontliner here. You know, to have someone who can just jump into the fights and.
No, I don't know. Night Stalker though, right?
So OP God is their offlaner.
Oh, he's their offlaner. Yeah, so it's a 3 Furion. Oh
no.
no, it's okay. There's no Kale. It's okay. There is no. Let's see here.
You see, I don't see Jakiro.
Go Jakiro.
Disruptor, yeah, Jakiro. Disruptor. No, Disruptor, Jakiro, Pango.
But Jakiro should be easy. I found him. Found Jakiro. Easy.
I found Disruptor.
there's
Yeah, there we go.
Disruptor,
This
yeah.
is.
Oh no, that's Ogre. Shit,
Can't find
he's got
Jakiro.
2 heads. Where's Jakiro? We're looking for the other guy with 2 heads. Ah, wow, he's right in plain sight there. Good eye on the Oracle.
Musical chairs. Come on, guys.
They have to repause it and unpause it.
I know, but can't they be like, guys, we're gonna do this? Tiny, Shafin, and Clinks. Shafin's just a big black thing. Okay, Clinks, there you go.
That was fast.
No, Shafin's very iconic, though. You know, it's like.
Well, they're all icons.
I mean, yeah, you know, iconic and icons are not the same thing. There you go. Faceless Void, Phantom Lancer, and Phoenix. Phoenix, I found him. There you go.
I'm so bad at this.
Oh, me too. You know, it's not, Phoenix is easy though because you just look for something orange.
Something orange.
This is the truth.
Alright. The unfortunate part is that you usually you can't see people's quick buys either when it's paused. It kind of bugs out like that.
Where's Oracle? Oracle's a tough one, I feel like.
Right there. They're the entire
Yeah, I was
time.
actually reading about. I know this is gonna be something completely unrelated, but the game's paused and we can talk about what we want. Do you play a lot of Monopoly?
What? Who plays a lot? Who
Do you
plays?
play, do you play Monopoly?
No,
There's
no.
a-
Who plays a lot? What opener? Who? I don't think anyone ever plays a lot of Monopoly. That's like
Do you play? Oh, fine.
I've no.
You've dabbled.
No, I've dabbled in Monopoly. I don't
No,
know if I've
really,
ever
this-
finished a full game.
Let me segue into this. So apparently, like Monopoly, I feel bad. You're like, but they say you should take the
I don't-
smallest tokens.
I don't mean to. I just I feel like you're about to hit me with. Anyway, I play Monopoly. I have 4,000 hours in the Hasbro Monopoly game. I'm ranked globally.
Global Divide 3 in Monopoly.
Are you gonna tell me about the Monopoly meta here?
Apparently, the meta of Monopoly is that when you land on people's spaces, you don't have to say anything. So, like, if they notice, they take gold, but if you don't notice, they take your money. So, the meta is you take the smallest piece of the board, whatever smallest icon is.
Like the
you-
thimble.
Yeah. So, when you put it there, people don't notice that you actually land on their space.
That's tricky.
That's actually like tips from a world champion Monopoly guy.
Is that who beat you last time?
No.
You see the thimble? He landed
that
on
was-
Broadway, and you're
That was
like,
my mother-in-law. She gave my wife all her land, and I was like, oh great, that's family for you.
that's family here. As we still have a bit of lag issues here on the SAG side, so we're just trying to get that worked out. In the meantime, playing lots of Hero Hunt here.
So looking at the two.
Oh, there it is. Subnus Ignis Fatus.
Yeah, Ignis Fatus.
Ignis Fatus.
That's what I said.
Well, you know.
What do you mean? What do you know? I said Ignis Fatus, and you were like Ignis Patuus or something.
I did not.
Yes,
I
you said.
did not.
We have an audio recording of you saying Buffalo Wings. is the name
They're
of-
gonna pull up my moment of brilliance here in the
Alright.
replay and prove you wrong here.
So let's look at go back to the lineups just a little bit.
Yeah, actually, can we take a look at? I'd be curious to see what our offlaners started with, and if we have any headdresses or bucklers. I see already Coddle with a rare protection, being a low armor hero,
Yeah,
which is going to be basically the norm.
Dazzle.
Dazzle. I imagine that's. I mean, what's it called? The masks are so good. What's it
Sobe
called?
mask.
Yes.
Sobe mask. Yeah. Mace Prop, of course,
Yep.
with the Blight
Blight
Stone,
Stone.
just because that makes all his illusions just. Oh god, so much fun. Ember Spirit actually has a poison. What's it called?
Oh wow, it's number 4 by the way.
Yes, I mean we said that like literally half an hour ago.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was playing Hero Hunts in my mind.
Ah.
Got confused.
I did.
Okay, I like this though. Wraith King, he's scouted. He's already got the +2 ring of protection, so just trying to make sure he stays above water there on armor, because the damage starts stacking up very quickly here. Pretty
Thing
standard
is-
items on the TA. Oh, Genmi Huishi. I don't know what that means, unfortunately.
I don't know. On the other side, it's like Earthshaker and Wraith King late game. That's a little bit of a tough combo. Because yeah, once the BKBs come out, Earthshaker, you're still up on the sidelines. You're like, come on already. I just want to go in Echo. But later on, once they're lower, it's a bit harder for them.
Oh,
And
it's gonna mess up the block here. We will be resuming here shortly, guys. Do stick around with us. It's Night Stalker. It's actually hard to carry Night Stalker.
that seems weird, right?
I
mean,
I think it's cool. I like it.
because I was thinking it's like something like Ugh.
Can we show the playground right before we resume just to see who's been the champion here? Look at that, Dazzle taking the lead. Oh my goodness, sharp eyes on that guy. He's trying
What
to
are they-
shoot gate.
yeah, when I play the musical chairs or the whack a meepo, I'm like the slowest person always. And everyone else is ramping them up in like 2 meepos.
It's brutal, brutal. Rotations coming mid. Nothing to say. It's gonna be, I think, pretty happy with this matchup. Ember versus Void Spirit. It was actually, sorry, pardon me. Maybe TA. Actually, as much as I thought this would be TA sided, I frequently see this go in the direction of Void Spirit taking this matchup.
Interesting.
I don't know what you're thinking. It's like, oh, how? But you've got, refraction charges. Void Spirit does his damage in bursts. But I agree, but for some reason it just never seems to play out that way whenever I cast the matchup.
I didn't even say anything. Were you saying something?
I don't know.
No, I was just thinking that it's lucky for us AG they don't have to worry about the enemy ruin for TA. But yeah, whether TA or Voice Spirit, again, mid matchups, not really my field there, but I would imagine that it's like TA should always be doing well, because that's sort of the thing about the hero. You can't really remove her charges very easily as a Void Spirit, but he does have, like all his spells. He they hit one time, but he does have a lot of them.
Indeed.
Maybe that's the thing.
Bottom lane, level 2, gonna taunt the Void.
Yes, double voice.
Yes, as in Faceless Void.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, Night Stalker's Void.
I understand.
Kill me now. Alright, so yeah, Void, he can just double Void if he needs to. And it's only really becomes worth it when he's level 3 and he has 2 points in it. Does 165 damage, I believe. So then you can definitely always secure the range creeps. Because level 1's 85 and, there's a chance the enemy can take it.
It wasn't